On a daily basis, what does it mean to contribute in the work that you do?
I have a pretty consistent ethic around that. I really believe, and I really try to live this, that we should get better at our jobs every day. We should contribute more every day. And I think about, there are very few times in your life where you do something in work and you generate incredible value, right? I've certainly had those moments, right, where there was a time at AOL where we generated, you could argue the number, hundreds of, we basically figured out a decision that should be made, and there were hundreds of millions of dollars at risk. Sometimes in business you get lucky, right? And you get to make a decision that has disproportionate value creation, right, in the vernacular. So, Mark Zuckerberg, right? He did something, his decision to create Facebook was, certainly he's a bright guy, right? But he also, right place, right time, right? So I think, in those things, the luck factor is not something you can control, right? Sometimes you're just in that situation, you see an opportunity, and you get to capitalize on it. I think more common is, I think about interest. If you make yourself a little better every day, it's compound interest, and next thing you know, you're actually quite capable. And you're helping people make good decisions, and you're kind of stewarding a big organization, and But I think in terms of the stewardship is really a kind of a side conversation. But I think that stewardship is really an important notion of that you are in trust of these things. So day to day, I think about myself right now. What I'm entrusted with is a certain amount of resources the company gives me. Those are my staff and some budget to do some other stuff with. And I take the stewardship of that stuff really seriously. And my goal is to be proud of the way that I've stewarded the resources. And as part of that, right, is I try to make sure that we get a little better every day, right, that we improve, and that I expect that, these little increments, just like financial, just like monetary interest, that it pays dividends. And it not just pays dividends to the company, it pays dividends to the people, right, to the people that you have responsibility for. And I think that's a pretty consistent theme in my career, that I want us to all be better, right? I want the world to be a better place. And I'm very proud of that. When someone gives me resources to steward, when they give me folks, that we do something meaningful with it.